Oh, it's because you're...
I get the 21 helicopters as well. I'm not alone.
I am streaming. I'm waiting for it to make sure it actually shows the preview correctly and not just a black screen. Yeah, we're up. Okay, so I'm gonna do a spiel thing.
Did we gain a subscriber from yesterday?
I don't know, probably. We're awesome. So this is like the weekly, like Sunday update. We're gonna, I think, go over like some of the like highlights from the last week. In this case, that's like a 2-week span, but whatevs. And in the future, if I'm what? I'm getting looks from Cam. In the future, if I get like creative, I'll make a little theme song and a title slide or something. But I'm not good, so I didn't do that for this week. I did make a little picture so we can all see like kind of where we're at and what teams we're working with right now. Cam pointed out yesterday, and this is really sad, that no one on my team at this point can evolve.
Oh.
I can't evolve anyone anymore.
You gotta stop catching Pokemon that evolve through trade. You have 2 of the 4 right now.
Okay, but Haunter is OP, and Graveler is also OP. So I'm happy with that.
Golem, Gengar, Machamp, and...
Kadabra. So if you look at my team, I'm set up for 2 of those as well.
Wait, does Kadabra evolve through trading?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Wait, so Sirmina, which ones?
Geodude and Abra.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Meanwhile, 2 of my members can only evolve through Moonstones.
So I don't know, like, a good way to get... I think we can do screen sharing if we want to get, like, clips in. We would probably have to kind of just go off the stream. We can also just not do that this week because it's, like... I know I have, like, 12 hours of raw footage or so, and I'm probably not going to be able to accurately pull out key moments, but I can describe them.
Yeah, I haven't been able to clip.
If we're happy with that. One thing we could do for the future is if you guys like have moments that you want me to clip, I can probably go in and get those and release them on Friday, and then we can talk about them on Sunday.
I think that's a good idea.
No love for Saturday night streamers such as me, but that's fine. I'm an everyday streamer, so that's fine.
This is a weird week just because, like, I already had a vacation planned.
Yes.
So I was...
How was that, by the way?
It was so very, very chill. It was this teeny tiny little cabin, just like in this random town 90 minutes outside of the city. Like, they do it on purpose to be like in a pretty decent distance from wherever you're at. Certain cities.
I looked up the thing you tagged. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, they don't have a hub near Baltimore. Yeah.
I know they have some in Virginia, but I guess they're not like close enough.
I mean, there are other places where the cabins can be rented, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it was very tiny. We went to the zoo because it's like right there. Cool. Lots of book reading and puzzle doing and campfire building.
Nice.
And a lot of jazz.
A lot of jazz, right? David's in a jazz phase. I forgot about that.
He's in a jazz phase. It is the funniest thing.
Cam is...
But it's so great.
Meanwhile, Cam, what are you listening to as part of the Rock and Roll History Project?
Oh, what am I on right now?
Yeah, what are you on now?
I'm on Johnny Cash.
Ooh.
And will be for the next 30 hours of listening time.
Sirmina, have you heard about this?
No.
Oh, so since the beginning of October, I've been doing a music discography project where I try and fill in gaps of rock and roll history that I've missed. And so I've listened to probably 25 to 30 different bands, and I have many, many more to go.
Damn.
But right now, I'm on to Johnny Cash.
His favorite was the Grateful Dead.
After Johnny Cash, I'm going in chronological order based on the phase of when I put them into the actual list. So I'm still in the 50s of Phase 2, so after Johnny Cash's Simon and Garfunkel.
That's exciting.
And then
I don't know anything about rock and roll or anything like that, so I wish that I could be more excited.
you could follow my playlist on Spotify. I have a brief history of rock and roll where I take like the top 3 to 5 songs of each of the artists I've listened to, and I put it in chronological order, starting from early 50s, late 40s to early 2000s. I think one of the last songs on the list is probably Black Parade. Just because MCR is probably the most current of the bands that I had.
You were gonna go.
I think that's true. Yeah.
Were you gonna be able to go see MCR?
I was when I was
Japan.
I was supposed to actually go to Japan March of 2020.
Wild.
Yeah, and I was gonna go to Download, where it was gonna be Offspring, Evanescence, MCR, and Jimmy Eat World.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
And then of course, COVID. And
What? What's that?
Yeah, right. You know exactly what is that? Like, I just walk around normally all the time. I just see people wearing masks. I'm really confused.
Yeah, weirdos.
But yeah, so when everyone was still freaking out about it, and it was still like the new thing to worry about, March, April of 2020, and then here we are now, and no one cares.
Yeah.
Sorry, are we not allowed to get too current eventy political?
No, it's okay to do current events. We live in the past. It's 1996 right now. Pokemon. Hey, I got the year right? That would be embarrassing. Yeah, 1990 to 1996. I've been reading up.
So Yellow might be one after. Maybe.
Bless you.
Maybe.
Cam's Yellow might have released later. That could be why. I read up a little bit on. I saw an article on the history of the Pokemon development the other day, and I saw that Red and Green were in development for 6 years.
Yeah.
From
Isn't that wild?
1990 to 1996.
Red and Blue came out February 27th, 1996. Yellow came out September 12th, 98.
Wow.
98.
It's right before my brother was born. Yeah. So I apparently when the company was founded, like when they were starting work on Pokemon, they were like, "Oh, the Game Boy just came out. This will be like a cool new release that takes advantage of the new technology that's available," meaning the Game Boy. And it was one of the last games released for the Game Boy.
Yeah.
Because of how long it took to make.
I wish I knew more about that. I don't know anything about the development or anything like that. The most that I get on video game development and history is that little docu-series on Netflix. I think it's called High Score. They touched on other aspects of Nintendo, but they didn't touch on Pokemon, which I thought was surprising.
That's really weird. Also, I learned that the reason Mew is in the game is because they had they had this debugging thing, and so they had all this debug software on the cartridge, and they took it off because they were ready to release the game, and so the designers realized that there was now 300 bytes of space, so they put Mew in the last 300 bytes on the cartridge, which is crazy. That's I mean, Cam, I updated Dead by Daylight today. 6 files, 3 gigabytes.
3 gigs, yeah.
Mew is 300 bytes.
Mew fits in 300 bytes. It's crazy.
It's so great. Y'all know about the Mew glitch?
About the what?
The Mew glitch?
Yes.
Is
the
this
only way to get Mew in the game through glitching, right?
Except for outside events or anything, but at this point.
Does this have to do with is there the trainer on the bridge?
Not on the Nugget Bridge, but there's a trainer right before Bill. I can't remember which one because there's like 8 of them.
Yeah.
There's like one of those guys. Then there's something to do with like some gambler right before Celadon. I think
Yep.
there are 2 separate ways to get Mew because there's like 1 or 2
And basically it
different things
has,
that I've seen.
you have to
Yeah.
feed it something that, what, like it has to like overflow the stack in the memory. Like it depends on the, I think depending on the memory, the Pokemon you send out, it like overflows the stack on the memory in the Game Boy, and like then the information spills into the next Pokemon encounter or something.
Something like that, because you don't get it through like a traditional running through the grass. Like you have to do a bunch of like manipulation of events and keys and whatnot. Like you have to put the start menu up at some point, and or it like freezes on you. And like once you leave the start menu, then like a random encounter pops up just immediately, and then you have like something weird that you're pointing to. I have no idea, like the actual stuff going on with the stack and.
Yeah, I think basically what I remembered was that like just because of like the is the Game Boy 8-bit or 16-bit? I don't remember.
16, I want to say.
But basically
that might be the color.
you could like max that out, and then once you had maxed that out, it would just spill onto something else, which could then become the Mew encounter if you did the right things afterwards. But it's been a long time since I watched that video.
It's a whole mess.
I think there's another way to do it where you like use fly. Like.
Yeah, I think that's part of the gambler method.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so Cam, what are you doing?
The glitch method of how to get Mew in Pokemon Yellow, and I've already missed it.
So apparently that's part of what made Pokemon take off so much, was because they had these like little Easter eggs in the game, and like people heard about them and like figured out how to do them, and it became like a sort of like this game is clearly very deep because like the programmers have hidden all this stuff, but like they shipped the game, and a lot of the executives like at Nintendo didn't realize that Mew was in the game because they had done it without permission.
Yeah. It's cute.
They told them like
not a legitimate way to get Mew because they never put it in there.
Yeah.
The last minute.
Mew's not a real Pokemon.
they said we're done with debugs, so don't change anything. And then they changed something.
Plop.
So I was gonna do a little recap thing. Like it doesn't have to be long at all, but sort of just to get us to like where we are now. I would say the first 4 gyms or so went fine for me.
There are 4 gyms.
Huh?
There are more than 3 gyms.
There are more than 3 gyms. Yeah, I'm super mad about your Lieutenant Surge puzzle. By the way, we'll get to that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, first 4
I saw
gyms.
the text. I haven't seen the full video yet. I'm still catching up.
The first 4 gyms were fine. I ran into some trouble in Saffron City. I'm not sure if either of you have watched that stream.
I put it on when I was like unpacking today, and I was just like, "Oh boy, like, am I having deja vu? Didn't we already run this battle?"
I lose. So there is a stream video where I lose to Gary 3 times in a row. And every time is just because of the stupid Alakazam.
Yep.
Which now apparently I know I cannot get because, Sirmina, you said it's only a trading thing, right?
Yep.
So that sucks. But yeah, so for anyone who has not, I highly recommend you watch the follow-up video where I go back and actually win the battle. But basically I ran off into, and I told Cam about this last night, I ran off into the, I went and caught a Snorlax. And then I found a patch of tall grass where I figured out that I needed a certain. I think it was like. I think I needed 83,000 experience to get Snorlax to the level I wanted, and I could get like 200 experience on average from this. Each of these encounters, and it was right next to a Poke Center, so I would just go and use all my moves, like all my damaging moves, and then once I was out of damaging moves, I would just leave and go back and heal up and go back again. And I think it took me 25 runs through the full cycle, but then I came back with a level 54 Snorlax that knew Hyper Beam, and that was sufficient.
I read a strategy about Snorlax with Hyper Beam. Increase the PP, and then you'll just rip through anything.
Yep.
Probably. I mean, right now I have 5. I don't know how to increase the PP on a move, though.
You need the item that increases PP, max.
Which is literally called a PP up.
A PP up.
And its max, I think, can get to 15.
Nice. Okay.
Whatever that is.
So that actually would be clutch. Yeah, but right now, like, feeling pretty good because I beat Gary and then beat Giovanni and then went and beat Sabrina. I'm not sure I actually went back to a Poke Center in between any of those because I didn't really take damage between my Snorlax and Godrio.
Incredible. I mean, if you're at level
It's
56,
my Dodrio is named Godrio. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that's doing nicknames, which is completely fine. But I'm having a lot of fun with the nicknames.
I'm just not good with nicknames. I just can't think of anything.
And so anyway, that's been my big thing. Other than discovering like that ghost type moves are completely fucked in Gen 1. That's
comments on that. So
yeah.
It's a weird thing because moves like hypnosis and stuff, it'll say it doesn't affect so and so. It still affects so and so, but they just don't have like a separate text for what it failed versus doesn't affect. So as every time that you were like, how come it doesn't affect you? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like I wanted to scream like, it does. They just didn't have a difference back then.
Yeah, I caught on. So I actually caught on to that. It took a couple times. I sort of figured that out. But the fact that there's literally one ghost move in the game that behaves properly. When it's Lick.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is a great move in Pokemon Go either.
Well,
it has a good paralysis chance compared to some other paralyzers, I think.
It's good, and you can paralyze electric types with it, which is nice. But yeah, it's the only one that can't hit certain other Pokemon. Nightshade can hit every Pokemon in the game, which it's not supposed to be able to do. So let me tell you, when you go to the fighting dojo with Haunter, nothing can hit you, but you can hit everything. Except for the... What did we say? The Hitmonchan at the end?
Yeah, because it knows Fire Punch.
Knows Fire Punch. So that can hit you. Nothing else in the gym hit me.
Are you sure it was Hitmonchan, not Hitmonlee?
I am not sure, but I'm going with that. Because I'm pretty sure we agreed that Jackie Chan punched and Bruce Lee kicked.
Bruce Lee kicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's the actual origin of the names.
All right, Cam, I want to hear about your trash can.
I linked a moment in the chat.
You linked a moment in the chat?
I did. I went into my stream because you wanted to talk about this one. So I've linked the timestamp. So if you just click on that link, it should bring you to the channel.
Okay, let me see.
Stream the channel to the channel.
Right now, yeah, I know. Let me see. I just need to figure out how to... Hold on.
Are you screen sharing?
I was...
Discord?
I'm streaming Discord, so I'm just gonna...
Okay.
Or you could just stream it to Discord.
I was gonna say I could just stream.
Yeah, do that, because then I don't have to juggle things. Let me just get my full screen back up, because otherwise it's not gonna... Okay. I think you should be good.
Share my screen. Share my screen. Share my screen.
I don't really have a clip to share, because, like, the only thing I would share would be this 50-minute, like, just me getting pounded by Gary repeatedly. Okay,
So-
Cam, I've got you up.
Okay, so I've just gone back to heal up everything after beating through the 3 trainers, I think, Surge has before you have to do his puzzle.
Yeah.
So cut through going into the gym, and then this.
That was not fair.
And
This
then-
makes me so mad.
And then Surge.
Hold on. So, okay. So, just
I seem to recall that taking a lot longer when I was playing through Red.
well, the thing is, because
don't
it's
like
in the
this
bottom,
too.
because it's in the bottom right corner, you have a 50% chance of guessing it correctly, right? Because it's
Yeah,
always
that's true. It has to be.
the second lock is always next to the first lock.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I totally just was like, I'm gonna go up the right until I find it.
no, because that's sometimes, like, I remember when I played Red, like, way back in the day. Also, by the way, we're sponsored by Mountain Dew. Everybody think Mountain Dew. But when I played through Red, like, way back in the day, I used to just, like, if I got a trash can in the middle for the first lock, I would just, like, break it and go somewhere else, because having it in the corner is super easy. You have a much higher chance of guessing it. But yeah, you got incredibly lucky.
That's
Yeah.
not fair.
I was expecting that to take a lot longer.
Is the chance of it being any of the trash cans basically equally, like, is it uniform?
I think so.
Because I'm just, hold on. I have to, like, how many trash cans actually are there?
20? Is it 5x4? Am I lying to myself here?
Could be 4x6. Could be 24.
24.
Because I think basically the odds of getting it right like that on the first try are low. Also, was that
I
the
mean,
first?
First chance was 2 out of 24. If that's how many trash cans there are, because 2 of the are switches. And then once you
Oh, right,
figure
right.
that one out, then you got a 50-50 from that particular corner.
Mm-hmm. So basically 1 in 24.
Yeah.
So, like, there's like a 4.
Yeah.
But also, well, okay,
Yeah,
so
I beat the 3 trainers that were in there. I was like, okay, I'm gonna heal before I go do Surge. Left, healed, came back, went straight to the corner, click to Surge.
So
The
there's
first time.
basically like a little more than a 4% chance of that happening.
Something like that.
But that's also okay. Hold on. But here's the other thing. Not only was the lock there, but you picked that one. That was the first trash can you touched. So I think it's actually like 1/24 of 4%, which is lower.
Is it?
I think so, because
It's a 1% chance?
Let's just call it 1%. And run with
Yeah.
it.
I think it's a 1/10%. I'll maintain this. We can check the math later, but
I just checked the math. And we all know that
did you?
I'm the best at math.
Well, anyway, shockingly low chance of that happening. I'm really like amazed by that. The one thing I'm not sure of is whether the chance of the lock being like anywhere is actually uniform.
That doesn't look like your living room, by the way.
What?
Just
What doesn't look like my living room?
that room.
The room I'm in?
Yeah.
This is my living room.
Anyway, that's probably the best moment from my 3 streams. Or cheesing Brock.
That was ridiculous. No, both of you guys cheesing Brock the way that you guys did.
I got
It made me so mad.
lucky. I got
It made me
so
really mad.
lucky. Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't actually watch the end of Cam's battle with Brock. I don't know what happened.
Oh, I won.
Cheese.
Right, but how?
Major cheese.
Oh, I just kept lowering defense and lowering defense and lowering defense, and then I used quick attack on Pikachu.
Do you have tail whip on your... What'd you use to lower defense?
Anything that I had left after facing Pikachu, dude.
Nice.
And at that point, the only things I had were like Pikachu. Did I have Nidoran, maybe, at that point? And I may have had Pidgey.
You might. Did you attack it?
No, I don't think I ever did it. I only lowered its defense. And then Onyx just kept using Bide. So I would just lower its defense, and then it would attack, but fail because it had no damage.
Oh, right. Right. Yeah.
And then after it used Bide, then I would attack, and then it would go back into Bide, and I was like, defense, defense, defense.
Right. Okay. I couldn't remember what you were doing, but it was just ridiculous.
I remember the 2 of you in chat being like, what the hell?
Well, I was like, how are you doing this with an electric type? Sirmina, how's your game been going?
As far as I have streamed, it's as far as I have gone. I've not done anything more since that last one on Tuesday.
Did that put you through, what, Misty?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm lagging behind. But I mean, the next 2 are gonna be easy.
And you've been, hold on, I need to check.
Pain after that.
And you've been...
do SSN.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going straight to Vermillion because I already did the bridge. I did the bridge before Misty. So I was just like
nice.
super level.
Excellent. And you have a Pikachu.
Yeah, so it was a
Yeah.
cinch.
And you have an Abra, which I'm really jealous of. Because I had an
Oh,
Abra...
yeah, that's probably my favorite because I've never seen a teleport fail like that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was cool.
It was great.
Abra used teleport, and you're like, damn it. But it failed. You're like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is okay. This is great. No, the lucky catches for Pikachu and Abra were probably my favorite moments.
yeah, didn't you say there's like a 5% chance of getting a Pikachu in the forest?
Yeah.
I also got a Pikachu in the forest.
Yeah.
In the... You're talking Viridian Forest, right?
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah.
a really, really low chance. So,
Yeah, I think I named that video Sirmina wins the Pikachu lottery.
Yep. I just wasn't expecting it, at least not for the first one. I thought I was going to have to keep chasing it and keep on looking for it. And that, it kind of came back to bite me because I wanted like a Bellsprout north of Cerulean and I kept running around trying to find one. And it's like a 25% chance. Like, come on, like how is this possible that I keep missing one and not actually getting one? But I got a Pikachu like that.
Like immediately, yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
empty combo.
I was so mad.
Pikachu might have been the first Pokemon I ran into in the forest.
Was Pikachu?
It might have been. I'm not totally sure about that, but I'd have to go back and look at my stream.
That was pretty wild.
Sirmina, were you trying to find a Clefairy in the caves?
Not trying. I was welcoming one. I didn't really want to train one. I wasn't like crazy about one, but that's the only place you're gonna find them is in Mount Moon. So I.
Because I had 3 in a row.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Cam's got nothing but Clefairies.
The worst. How did you do that?
I got lost. So I just kept running into things.
Oh my god.
Clefairy. Oh, I'll pet this one. I know it's rare. another Clefairy.
I'm gonna
Oh,
look up
another
chances.
Clefairy.
Nice.
Oh.
Cam and I were talking about moonstones last night.
Yeah, and like when it is time to properly evolve Nidoran, Nidorino into Nidoking, Nidoqueen, versus like
Apparently, it's before level 23?
it needs to be level 22, so that at level 23 Nidoking gets Thrash, but Nidorino learns some really good moves at like level 40 something.
That's the problem. Is that once you evolve it, like Thrash is probably the only thing you're ever gonna learn, and then it's done. No more moves.
But you
Yeah.
can teach it Horn Drill.
You
True.
could teach it Horn Drill, or you could just let it learn Horn Drill.
Oh, right. Yeah, I can learn Horn Drill.
And then like Clefairy only evolves into Clefable with the Moonstone, but Clefable can't learn anything.
Amazing.
So it's like
You really should wait on that one.
I think I have a
I'll wait
Nidoking.
until- what was it, like Metronome? Because I don't really
Yes.
care about Defense Curl or Light Screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metronome is sick. Yeah, Cam and I are firmly in the no buff moves camp.
No buff moves?
Yeah, no buff moves. Only damaging moves.
Oh, yeah.
No buff moves. No stat
Okay.
change moves.
Yeah, buff or debuff moves. Like,
That works usually.
the only time I ever needed it was for Brock.
Yeah.
Ever since then, it's just been like,
All right, so my first discussion question, because I've been on
oh, man,
Canvas
this is a
too much
quiz.
this year. Who's been your most loyal battler thus far through the game? Who's the
Loyalist.
Pokemon you can't do this game? You wouldn't be succeeding without.
Way.
What did you say?
Nidorina all the way on my team, just because of all the, at least up until this point, like we'll see what happens later on, but because of all the poison types I run into, and I am deathly afraid of poison on
It
any
sucks.
of my Pokemon, and it sucks, and they can faint as you walk, and
Especially
over time-
on like the low HP like birds and stuff, it hurts so much.
It sucks. So I have been able to pull through with her. And also, she has a pretty solid defense to kind of take that damage on top of being a poison type.
Mm-hmm.
But even just like aside from all that, even outside of being like a poison type, she's probably the one that's like fainted the least on me.
Yeah.
Pikachu's so fragile. Like every single time I threw it out, it had a 1 or 2 hit KO,
Yeah.
or it got critted like immediately, and I was so mad at it. I was like, I can't train this thing, and it has like a slow learning curve compared to the rest of them, so it was really a pain to train it.
Yeah.
well, as soon as you beat Surge, you'll get Thunderbolt. So,
That's true.
Yeah, I looked into the XP stuff, and
is
Man.
there like
sucks if like you just need a lot more XP to level up some Pokemon than others.
it
Yep.
varies based on Pokemon?
It does.
Yeah.
It varies a
That-
lot.
That's annoying.
Oh,
Like the difference between leveling up my Dodrio and my Snorlax was night and day. Snorlax I think is a slow leveler, and I'm
Oh, yeah.
pretty sure Dodrio is medium fast, or it might be medium.
Well, that makes sense because
Pretty quick.
Snorlax is a slow Pokemon and Dodrio is a fast Pokemon.
Yes. Yes.
So it can get the X faster because it moves faster.
Also, while we're on the subject of Dodrio, hands down my MVP this week. Hands down.
Because of Saffron.
Actually, no, just because, honestly, I was not impressed by basically anybody on my roster through Saffron, but Dodrio has been dope for basically everything else, especially now that it knows Fly, which is like, I realized both a pretty decent battle move, but also like, a fun fact, I've never gotten far enough into Red to actually know Fly. And I'm like, whoa, hold up. This makes the map thing much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's powerful in battle and also outside for mobility. It's great.
Yep. And
How does the Dodrio fly?
Yeah.
Right?
I wanted this been like my whole life.
I leveled Dodrio up and up and up because I wanted tri-attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted the
TM.
chance to burn, paralyze, or freeze the target. And guess what? That doesn't exist in Gen 1.
Tri-attack?
No, tri-attack exists. It just doesn't have a % chance to do any of the status effects.
Oh, yeah.
It just
That's
damages.
the most ridiculous thing. But
Cam, who's your MVP?
It's gonna be so different when we get to later gens, and I'm like, okay, all of the weird kings have been like worked out. Like, ghost moves actually work.
Gust is actually a flying type move.
Oh my god,
It's a
yeah.
dark move. Who would have thought? I would say that my MVP is probably Nidorino, followed by Pikachu.
Word.
Between the two of them, I can pretty much tank through anything.
Yeah.
The LVP right now on the team is probably Charmander.
Oof.
Aw.
Not helping so much now that you've just fought through a a rock, water, and electric gym.
It'll be very useful.
It's gonna be very useful coming up.
It's going to be useful coming up, and I'm glad that I got Charmander after beating Misty, so I didn't feel obligated to try and throw Charmander in, because like whenever I played Red, I would have Charmeleon at that point.
Yeah.
It was terrible. So like leveling Charmander up, I did just get the Squirtle from, oh my gosh, why can't I remember the name of the police officer?
Jenny.
Jenny, okay. Yeah, she was like, I just caught the Squirtle making mischief. It needs a trainer. Here you go.
Oh, because you're following like the plot of the show, sort of.
Yeah, so Squirtle Squad. But my preferred water type is probably going to be going to pick up my Magikarp from the nursery, because by now, it should probably be a Gyarados.
Hey, so fun fact. My biggest disappointment on my team this week.
It's Gyarados.
Gyarados. No damage. No damage at all.
Why we just have such different opinions?
No,
But also
I usually really like Gyarados. I think
Yeah.
right now I just don't have. Like, I probably need one more move, because right now I either need like Hydro Pump, which I think he learns naturally at like level 41, which he's a slow leveler, so that's going to take a while, or I need to teach him.
Gyarados had it.
What'd you say?
Gary's Gyarados had Hydro Pump.
It did, but I think that must have been TM or something, because
Possibly.
I don't think it learns it that early. And I don't have a water move right now, which sucks because its best move right now is Dragon Rage. And Dragon Rage is like, I like it, but it only does 40 damage.
Yeah.
And it always does 40 damage, but it only does 40 damage.
Well, then teach it Bubble Beam
No.
with your TM.
No.
Why not?
Hey, it lowers speed, like it's a whole thing.
Yeah, Bubble Beam's a great move.
No. I'm going to teach... I might do Surf.
Yeah, that's a good one. Just Waterfall into
Oh. Waterfall does... It exists as a normal type move. And it's a level up move that only certain water types can actually get. Like, I think like Goldeen can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say like a Gyarados with like Surf, Waterfall, Hyper Beam. Can it learn Hyper Beam?
Gyarados can learn Hyper Beam.
Yeah, that's probably a good one.
In a while. In a while, folks. Like that, I think that's very high level.
Guys, I'll take it back. Waterfall is a water type move in Gen 1. There's something else.
Good.
I can't remember what. That also is kind of like that. But
Waterfall, Surf,
But Waterfall is not an HM. We do not see Waterfall until...
I'd imagine it wouldn't be an HM.
Actually, this is perfect. I need to step away for 1 second, but the next thing I wanted to talk about was your favorite like move that you've either gotten to use or seen so far.
I'm looking up Gyarados Gen 1 moveset for red, blue, and yellow. Wow.
Hydro Pump is not a TM. So Gary's Gyarados cheated. There's no other way.
Yeah, to know Hydro Pump.
Yeah, by like 35.
Oh, Hyper Beam is a TM. It's TM 15. So you don't have to wait until level 52.
I think you can buy it at the store. Maybe, I don't know. Can't remember.
Hyper Beam.
Because in the Celadon Superstore, I'm calling it a Superstore, department store. That's it. There's some TMs for sale. Usually it's some pretty crazy ones. But I cannot remember. I'm looking at the Bulbapedia.
Yeah.
I'm on the Hyper Beam page, and I scrolled too far, and now I'm at the other languages, and in some other languages, Hyper Beam is Hyper Laser or Ultra Laser is how it translates.
Hyper
So I'm
laser.
gonna start calling it Ultra Laser instead of Hyper Beam.
That's good.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
Yeah, no, I need to go back to Celadon to check what's actually available at that store. Also, I didn't realize that you could grab an Eevee in...
What?
You can find... There's an Eevee that you can get in Celadon.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to, like... What is it? Back of the mansion? I think.
Yeah, and then you go to the back of that building, go all the way up.
So somewhere in one of my boxes, I have a Flareon.
You can buy Horn Drill at the Celadon department store for $2,000.
Oh, $2,000, that's nothing.
That is nothing.
Yo, I got to the Safari Zone the other day,
Oh god.
and they were like,
I'm so excited to watch you stream the Safari Zone.
they were like, well, you have to pay to get in. And I was like, oh no, I have to pay to get in? And they were like, yeah, it'll be $500. I was like, that's it? I have so much money. I don't buy
But you have to
potions.
pay it every time you want to go.
Yeah, I know. But I don't buy potions. So I got so much money. Sometimes
You can get Hyper Beam at the Rocket Game Corner. So it is in Celadon, but it's at the Game Corner, not the department store.
also, I don't know how to gamble. I don't know how to play the slots.
You never learned?
No, I mean I know in the real world, but
It's so great.
I don't know how to play the slot machines at the game corner. I know there's a trick to it. But I don't know.
Oh god. I mean, like it's a very predictable slot once you keep watching it for a while.
But there's a bug in the code. The last couple machines are not they don't fit in the array, so they have a higher chance of putting you on a hot streak.
That's why I keep seeing things where it's like, which machine should I use to gamble on?
And I think it's the last 4, the ones in the last row, have a chance to put you on a hot streak where you'll just win every time. So,
Great.
Yeah.
and there's something you have to do, like you go in and you play them 5 times, and if you win all 5, then you keep playing. And if you win less than 2 out of the 5, then you have to leave the building and go back in, and then sometimes it resets. But I wasn't having much luck. I'm not very good at stopping the things. So
That's okay.
I have.
The other thing in the game corners, and I say corners because I think that this is a recurring thing in each of the generations game corners, is there will be coins just randomly on the floor. So kind of how I find like random items and pull them out of thin air, like you can pull coins out of the floor, out of thin air.
Yeah.
If you just walk around and click.
You're a wizard over there, by the way.
Thanks.
I feel like such an idiot because I'm just walking around the fields like Z. I'm like looking for items and just not finding anything.
I'm gonna do the what's it called? The passage that goes in the underground passage.
Yeah.
There are items that people drop down there.
Is that the...
Like one of the NPCs says something about it. So like there are some things that you can find in there.
Cam saw that note on stream, I think the last time.
Yeah, there was the girl at the other end and she was like, some people drop things down there, and I was like, I am not going back down into the tunnel. Every single step to find things. I was like, I'll come back.
Yeah.
Or do it all.
Every single step. I have no freaking idea where anything is.
As soon as I get fly, I'll
What's
go
that?
back and I'll do all these things.
Also, did you get the Bulbasaur?
I haven't. No, I got Charmander and I got Squirtle. I don't know where Bulbasaur is. That's it.
It's in Cerulean. In the city, so.
Pokemon Yellow Bulbasaur location. How to get Bulbasaur Charmander. Bulbasaur takes effort. Go to Cerulean City, go into the house directly left of the Pokemon Center. There'll be a girl and her Bulbasaur. If your Pikachu is happy enough, she'll give you Bulbasaur in return. Oh, and now every time I turn, I'll get Pikachu, it hop. So it's at the max level of happiness.
Oh, good.
You're good.
Alright.
Oh, so I totally missed it.
But you can go back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, once I learn to fly, because I'm not going through a bunch of these things again.
Oh yeah, dude, I walked like everywhere the other day. I think I did it on stream too, which was a huge mistake. I was just like wandering around. I'm not good at the town map.
As soon as I get back to Cerulean, I'm picking up my bike with my voucher.
Oh, that's in Cerulean? I should fly there and get a bike.
The bikes there are $1 million.
But I have a voucher.
I have a voucher.
Yep.
I gotta go to the
Yep,
bank
yep.
and get my voucher. Also, I started running out of inventory space. I have like no inventory space.
Inventory is a mess.
It's so bad. Well, I have just all these nameless TMs filling up my inventory. At one point I was just like, okay, I'm putting all my TMs in the bank because I don't know what they do.
There's also a limit to the PC. I don't remember what the limit is. I think like in an old play, I think it was when I was like doing like an emulator in college or something, I definitely ran out of space on the PC.
Oh my god.
Because I just didn't use items, I didn't use TMs as much, I just kind of ran through.
I filled a box the other day, which is crazy. I've never done that before.
You filled a Pokemon box?
I had to switch to box 2.
Good, because I learned this the hard way the first time I ever played Yellow. Is it doesn't automatically say like, oh, box 1 is full, I'm going to put this Pokemon in box 2. If you do not preemptively switch boxes, you cannot catch.
Oh, what?
I was in Seafoam Island, and I was at Articuno, and then I got sorry, box 1 is full.
That is the real hard way.
That's really good to know.
Yeah, so FYI, now that you have filled up a box.
Well, I think I'm already using box 2 because I had to switch to box 2 going into the Safari Zone.
Good.
So I'll have to just make sure. Oh, you know what? The Safari Zone actually lets you, when you're there, I think it lets you switch to a new box.
Yeah, there should be a PC there, I think.
Yeah.
Did you get the secret thing in the back of the Safari Zone?
Dude, I don't know. I went in and then I realized I had no Pokeballs. No, that's not right. What did
they give you Pokeballs.
They give you Pokeballs. Why did I leave?
Pokeballs, bait, and rocks. as far as I remember.
Yeah, they give you Pokeballs.
If you take less than a certain number of steps and you get to the house in the back, you win the prize, which I think is a TM or an 8M.
Mm-hmm. You have to get to the back of the box because.
Yeah.
Well, do I want to ruin it? Do I want to
Don't
ruin
ruin
the
it.
surprise?
Don't
of what the
ruin it
item
for me.
is?
Don't ruin it for me.
Peter, you're gonna need to go back though.
Sure, can I hold up? Can I mute my audio and you can tell Cam?
Well, I know what it is.
Oh, then don't.
I've gotten it when I played through Red.
Don't spoil it. I'll find out this week. Cause I'm
Yeah, City's done.
I'm on the beach by that wherever I am right now.
On the beach.
Yeah, I'm on the beach. I'm like fighting surfers or something. I don't know.
Oh wow. Wait, but you don't have surf.
No, I'm on the beach. I'm not in the water.
Okay, I'm all confused.
There's a beach.
A
I
lot.
don't remember the order of everything.
I went through like all the docks kind of looking things. Wandered through there, fought a bunch of rockers. Now I'm in the safari area.
The bike path? Are you talking about that bike path where you have like all the bikers and stuff?
Maybe. Actually, yeah. Bike path. Bikers.
Because there's two ways to get down to Fuchsia. Is the one where you go down the cycling road, straight downhill. You have to be on your bike. And then the other way is going down from Lavender Town, which I think that's what you're describing.
I went down from Lavender Town. It was a bunch of like wooden.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the fishermen and all them that have like
Yes.
6 months apart.
Yeah.
I remember screwing up going on the bike path.
Got a lot of goldians. You screwed up on. Oh. I don't have a bike yet, so I wasn't allowed on the cycling path. But I will be. I will be soon because I'm gonna go get my bike when I go back to where do I have to go? Cerulean?
Cerulean.
All right, I'm gonna fly to Cerulean. I'm gonna go get my bike. I'm gonna fly back to the Safari Zone, catch a bunch of whatever you catch there, tourists, and then.
Isn't Clefairy? Not Clefairy. Isn't Chansey in the Safari Zone?
Oh, that would be awesome. I would love to have a Chansey.
Pain to get one though, but you can get it.
Yeah. Well, doesn't it have like a bazillion HP? Yeah.
No, that's blue.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's.
Yeah, they both do, but.
But it's
Because
fine
the Safari
because I can
Zone
put in my
actually
Haunter and use Nightshade.
No, because the Safari Zone is the way that it is, you don't use your Pokemon. Like,
Oh,
you
right.
just
Right.
bait, rock, catch, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to have to figure out how that works. But once I do, I'm probably still going to be bad at it.
I hate the Safari Zone. I truly do. Like, I might go, like, run through it 5 different times before I get to the house at the back.
It doesn't bode well for me then.
Yeah, it's no fun.
All right.
I'm definitely going to try and get, like, as many items as I can, because it's loaded with items.
Good to
So I
know.
will probably very definitely go, like, 5 different times.
I should drop off my items in Bill's PC then. Or my PC. I don't know. Whatever.
You can fish in the Safari Zone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Can you catch new stuff? Different stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Oh, if you have a super fishing rod, you can catch some good stuff.
I have a new fishing rod now. I don't have the old rod anymore. I have something better.
I have a good rod.
I think
Good
so.
rod?
I think I have the
Well,
good
then
rod.
you catch 3 things.
Nice.
And then
Sick.
a super rod,
Sick.
you can catch a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to double check what I have. I think I have the good rod.
Pincer's not available in yellow? No, that's fun.
I like Pinsir. I like Scyther more though.
Scyther is available in red, but not in the other 2. In the Safari Zone.
Let's
Pincer's
go!
available in blue, but not in the other 2.
Mhm.
And then Tangela is available for yellow, but not in the other 2.
Man, this is why bug moves against psychics are so rare. Because there are no bugs.
And Tangela, Grass.
I've gotten a bug move is Pin Missile.
3. They're 3.
String shot.
There are 3 damaging bug moves.
String shot.
You already said. What was the first one you said, Sirmina?
Pin Missile.
Pin
I
Missile.
believe is bug. Mhm.
Twin Needle.
Mhm.
What's the third one?
My brain
Leech.
said Fury Cutter, but that's not.
Leech
not
Life. Leech Life.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 damaging bug moves in Gen 1.
If you were to get a Jolteon, it could learn Pin Missile by level up.
Why?
What?
If you look at the design of a Jolteon, and I think that they made this work in the show too, because I think in my brain I've definitely seen like the image of like a Jolteon doing Pin Missile, but it's little spikes, kind of porcupine like. Like imagine those just kind of firing out from its body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? So you know how there's like certain Pokemon that are able to learn moves like Tail Whip?
Hmm.
Not proud of this. This playthrough is when I figured out the pattern that you could use to predict whether a Pokemon could learn Tail Whip.
Yes.
Tail.
Yes. Whether the Pokemon has a tail.
Can Haunter learn Tail Whip?
I don't think so.
No.
I can't tell if it has a tail or not, because like Gengar,
He has a tail.
yeah.
Gengar has a tail.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's a Tail Whip tail. Because like Pikachu can learn
Yeah.
Tail Whip because he has a tail.
Mhm.
Can Gengar learn?
Like Rattata can learn Tail Whip.
Gengar moveset. Not in Pokemon Go. Gengar
The
can-
algorithms really got you there. Everything is Pokemon Go related.
I hate that. Hate that. I've been looking up stuff like, oh, Pokemon Red, you know, like, what moves can this guy learn? And it's like, oh yeah, in Pokemon Fire Red, that Pokemon can learn this. I'm like, no, not Fire Red. Thank you.
Oh, well, Tail Whip isn't a TM.
Great.
So Gengar cannot learn.
Because it's not in the moveset.
Mm.
It's not in the moveset and it's not a TM.
Not in the learn set. I guess.
The learns.
Okay.
The learn set.
Moves learned by level up. Hypnosis at 29 and Dream Eater at 38.
That's a fun one.
Gengar learns.
Dream
Oh,
Eater.
my Drowsy has Dream Eater.
Mhm.
You should have
Oh,
all.
Dream Eater's fun. Oh my gosh.
What does Drowsy become? Drowsy becomes.
Foes, and the user will recover 50% of the HP drained.
Wow.
And it does 100 power. Has
Wow.
Mhm.
If the user is holding a big root, I don't think anything in Gen 1 can hold
Nah,
items.
you can't give items to Pokemon.
Later thing.
Instead, it recovers 65%.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
it's pretty
I've-
wild.
I've got my last discussion topic.
Also, Peter, yes, you definitely need to get to the back of the Safari Zone.
Oh, okay.
Just to remind you, just
Okay.
throwing that out there.
Non-negotiable. It is non-negotiable. You must go to the back.
So I gotta go to the back.
You have to get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like a couple things you need to do in there that are mandatory for you to I'm gonna consider it clear Fuchsia City.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never understood what, like, carbos and protein and those kinds of things.
They boost the stats.
Yeah, I just never used them.
I used a Carbos because I had one.
It increases speed.
Yeah, I used a Carbos on my Dodrio.
Of course.
Make it faster.
And protein increases attack. The rest of them are.
Every time I get an
Oh.
HP up, I use it on my Venusaur.
Nice work.
Yep.
That's a good one. Speaking of speed, there's a weird thing in Gen 1 that correlates speed with critical hits.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
why Pikachu's critting all the time?
Pretty much, but I think the ones like things like Razor Leaf, like their crit ratio ends up being severely impacted by the user speed. I'm gonna look this up so I can explain this.
Also, Razor Leaf by far my favorite animation in the game.
Is it petals?
It's got the.
Yeah.
It's sick.
You had asked a question earlier, a move that like has carried.
Oh
us.
yeah.
Nidorino double kick.
Double kick, yeah. So
Good one.
I asked in a fit of rage. In a fit of rage, I posted a thing on Facebook asking people for advice on how to beat Gary's Alakazam.
I saw that, and I saw that someone commented like pick up a Nidoran.
Yeah, pick up a Nidoran and teach it double kick, and you'll be good.
It's like yeah.
Did you me get really mad in my first one when I thought Nidoran was gonna learn it at level 12, and it turns out in Red and Blue it learns at like 43.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because in Yellow, I learned it at like level 16.
Yeah, you learned it like on time.
That's crazy.
I was like, oh, this
I
is going
was
to be
so
really
mad.
helpful for the rock types and the normal types.
Yeah.
Also, I'm looking at the teams right now, by the way, and I'm noticing I'm the only member who is not running a Pikachu right now, or
You
some
also-
kind of Nidoran, or some kind of Pidgey. I'm,
Kind of early.
It is, yeah.
I
I mean,
feel
we're
so
earlier
limited.
than you are. So
but
Yeah.
I liked my Pidgey. I want him back.
I'm dropping my Pidgey as soon as I get something better.
I'm gonna bring him back just so I can annoy Cam with how I pronounce the Pidgey evolution names.
Yeah, how do you pronounce them?
It's Pidgeotto
Good.
and Pidgeot.
So you just...
That one I actually say Pidgeot, just to be
Okay.
clear. I just wanted to
Pidgey.
be a troll.
John.
My final discussion topic was what are our goals for this next week?
Beat more gyms.
Beat more gym. Well, Cam, you beat Surge, so next up is
Sabrina?
nah, I think it's the grass.
Erica.
Erica, the grass.
Honestly, I don't remember.
About Peter, when you ran through Erica, you kept asking like, what is the deal with this gym? Like, what's with this dude that's outside? Why am I not allowed in here? It's literally all just like kind of this whole deal that like the gym was a girls only gym,
Word.
so there's only girls in the entire gym. And in the show, like Ash has to dress up as a girl in order to fool them into thinking that he is a girl, because she would not take any male opponents.
That's funny. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Also, like the setup of the gym is really weird because there's all these side areas that like you can use cut to go around and stuff. But
Yep.
I was kind of like, well, I want to fight everyone, so let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah.
In retrospect,
That was great.
I wish I had my Flareon with me. It would have made that gym a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine.
Yeah, Charmander's gonna be clutch cam.
Mm-hmm.
Better get into Charmeleon fast.
Charmeleon.
Which actually now oh, well, Fire Red and Red are different in that Fire Red actually has steel moves and steel types, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that explains that. Because I was like, I remember in Fire Red, I had Charmeleon know Steel Claw,
Steel Claw. Yeah.
which is clutch for Brock.
Right.
And this time through, it's like, oh, Steel Claw is probably just a normal move.
Showing my ignorance, Steel is super
Oh.
effective against Rock. Is that why that works?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steel is
I
super
don't think
effective.
Steel Claw exists.
Not
Oh,
in Gen
great.
1. Not in Gen 1.
Oh, yeah.
Not even at all. Yeah.
So my Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard line's gonna be. If
But
I
aren't
can
they,
keep-
like, they're pretty fast, right? Because Gary's Charizard was definitely outspeeding me.
I think it's fat.
I think it's relatively fast. I remember from the Gen... Okay, wait. In Sword, Leon's Charizard is definitely fast.
Leon's trained his Charizard to be like the ultimate Pokemon.
Yeah, I still
Which
beat
is even
him.
better though when you make it a resistant to fire.
Yes. Yes. The Carcoal strat.
Yeah.
Colossal strat. Tarshot. Tarshot should exist in Gen 1.
No, it should not.
That would change the game. So Cam's trying to beat more gyms. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, last week of like winter term, like if I can find the streaming time, I'm honestly gonna try to beat Red this week.
Dang.
Because I think I can.
Sirmina, did you say same for blue?
I think she said dang.
I said dang.
I thought you said same. I was like, oh.
No, man. Same for you is that I'm also gonna just have to beat more gyms. I mean, because I'm technically behind right now compared to you two. I need to. If I can get through Saffron, I think I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like you're not that far behind. Like SSN and Church, it's only like 4 or so.
I also like.
It's really Silco is gonna be.
Yes.
It is annoying because I really want to do the whole thing. I don't want to just like go through and get the card key and then like come out. Like I want to go through and fight like all the rockets and go like the whole like we're gonna go each floor.
Silco has the conveyor belts, right?
Silco has the teleporters, which are so much worse.
Mm-hmm.
The
corner has the
yes.
Okay, I remember.
That's in Celadon. And like I actually like the conveyor belts. The conveyor belts are fun. I hate the teleporters.
The conveyor belts slow. I
By
like the teleporters.
far the most challenging part of the Sirmina gym were the teleporters. Getting out of the Sirmina gym was the hardest part of the Sirmina gym.
I'm just gonna employ the strategy of just go for the same corner every single time. So I will continue to go to the bottom left corner and call it a day. And then to go back out, I'll just do the opposite, I guess. I don't know.
I just got lost. I just started hitting buttons until I realized where I was, and then I knew where I could go to the exit.
I don't remember any of this.
Have
You're
fun!
having so much fun.
Have fun!
Saffron is so annoying.
Yeah, that was not fun. I was really grateful that that's the morning, Sirmina, you had sent us the speedrun video. And you're like, oh man, check out this guy speedrunning it. And I watched that and I was like, oh, he went to the 10th floor and then he went down to the 9th floor and then he got the card key and then he did this other stuff. So I'm going to do that.
Oh my gosh.
And so I did
There's
that.
like so much good stuff in that building though.
Yeah.
Like TMs, random items, lots of experience. One of the floors, I think it's like the 7th floor, I could be totally off, has beds that act as a Pokemon Center for healing.
Oh, cool. Also the white zone in Lavender Town Pokemon Tower is sick.
Pretty great.
It does the same as a Pokemon Center, except you don't have to go and talk to Nurse.
You just stand there. Joy.
Nurse Joy. I thought that, but then I
forgot police officer's name, but I do remember Nurse Joy.
Yeah. Which I should remember, because talk to her.
Because you talk to her every time.
Talk to her 8 times every time I stream.
Only 8?
No, more than that.
I don't know if they name her in it, do they?
No.
Yeah, she doesn't have a name in the game, but
No.
I should know from the show,
That's fair.
from what I've watched of the show.
I mean, Indigo League is on Netflix.
I am aware of that. That doesn't mean I've watched it all.
It only goes through a certain part.
No.
And
You can find it online, I'm sure. Even the episode that got pulled, I'm sure exists somewhere.
Oh, the episode that got pulled. Isn't that the one that like caused seizures or something?
Yeah.
boring episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the show has a lot of just like random bits and pieces. Because what they have on Netflix right now, the first season is 52 episodes, and trying to find what's the last gym that they had been at before that very end. I don't know. Oh, they got to Fuchsia Gym at episode 31, and then they go through like a whole bunch of like random stuff. And then I can't remember when they get to Blaine, but it's sometime in season 2, so there's like 30 episodes between the Fuchsia Gym and the Cinnabar Gym.
Nice. Well, I just realized it's about 9. I need to take Brandy out for a walk.
Okay.
No worries.
Why did Chris text, "That's not my living room"? This is my living room.
And then he texted me to say, "That's not your living room." That's why I said that.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was our first Sunday update. I need to get next week we can do more like clip stuff. I think that'll be fun. It was cool to see Cam's like Unreal garbage can thing. So
1%.
yeah, I think it's 1 in 1,000, but that's fine. We can check the numbers later.
Percent.
Percent, no, 1/10 of a percent. But yeah, so this was cool, and we're January 17th right now. There's 2 weeks left in January, so we got time if we're trying to finish Gen 1 by the end of the month.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
It's just the fact that there's only 2 weeks left of January.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. I mean, once you beat Cinnabar Island, then it's just like immediately the 8th gen's gonna come really quickly, and then right after that you're gonna go through the league. So it'll just be like a,
That's not
run right
like
through it.
the game. Toad's fine. The
It'll be
fact
great.
we've already gone through 17 days of January.
Yeah, it goes
fine.
fast.
That's the part that really gets me.
Life comes at you pretty fast.
I mean, think of it's only really been like 7 days. It's only been a week,
True.
not 17 days, and we've gotten this far.
It's true.
True.
It's true.
We've made big progress. I heard that, Cam. It's true. It's truth.
It's true. Well, Peter, how many hours have you put in?
I don't want to talk about it. My actual in-game time right now is 116 hours. That's what my profile says.
You left the game running by accident.
No.
You sped ran, right?
I
You
did.
just like held the space bar down
I accelerated
while
a
you were
little
waiting
bit.
for relax?
Yeah. Which I highly recommend if you need to level.
Oh
Is
my
that
God.
like all I have to do is hold spacebar?
Spacebar. Yeah.
Oh.
And it'll accelerate it as fast as your hardware can send it.
Oh.
Which is pretty dang fast because the game was made 25 years ago.
300 bytes
300 bytes from you.
from you.
Alright, folks. I bid you all adieu. I'm going to end my streamy